Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we are breaking down play by play what is going on in the Tory LANEZ Assault Trial against Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I posted a video previously talking about and giving you a heads up on how to prepare for this type of trial. And like I said, if it was in the state of Texas, it would be a probation case. It would not be a prison case, but because this is a celebrity, of course, prosecutors want to, get their claim to fame. Some defense attorneys use that tactic as well. But let me tell you something, I'm a little upset because the way LA County played with our time yesterday, using a whole day for opening statements. We've been investing and waiting on this trial to start for over almost 2.5 years, and y'all use a whole day for opening statements. Yeah, not only are you wasting the taxpayer time, you wasting our time. Like, we've been invested, y'all been throwing this down our throat. Like, what is it? So now just to go into like a recap, a breakdown of what happened yesterday and what you can anticipate for the following days. Hopefully we get some testimony today and nothing happens. So yesterday, because they're not streaming, normally because of the pandemic, a lot of courtrooms were allowed and equipped to stream their trials. Heck, George Floyd's trial was streamed. Why the heck Tory Lanez's trial can't be streamed? Like, y'all really, y'all on that BS, like 21 Savage said. So, but anyway, just to go over what happened, what we saw, what we had heard, what's gonna happen, who did what. Opening statement. So both sides get the ability to do an opening statement. Opening statements is an opportunity for the prosecutors to paint what kind of evidence and testimony is going to come into their case in chief. Defense can rebut or refute what they said, or they don't even have to get up and say anything because they can wait until their case in chief, after the state rests their case, they can wait to utilize their time to do an opening statement, basically going at the necks of the state and what they didn't do and what you're going to figure out when they put their case on. So that's how, the openings kind of go. It's never this long. We never have seen opening statements take a day to do. Really? Really, LA County? Really? Because I'm looking at you, me and my lashes looking at you. But anyway, so what we had heard though, let's get into what we had heard, y'all. We finally know what's going on, even though we had already knew because some blogs have been, spilling the tea, up and down my timeline. Some was accurate, some was not. So what we had heard from the state, because the way the state frames their opening statement, they are pulling at the emotional tugs of the actual jurors. Like, they want to invoke emotion. They want to pull you in. They want to grab you. They want to, put you in a chokehold in your emotions so that they can have you where they want you to. Well, so how they framed it, they was like, oh, these two best friends who've been best friends for so long, they found out, after a night of partying and drinking and having a good time, living their best lives, having hot girl summers, that they were sharing the same dude. And that dude was Tory LANEZ, who was there. So you mix alcohol with emotions, that's an eruption waiting to happen. And that's exactly what happened. So as they're driving through the Hollywood Hills, out of Calabasas, an argument happens. And in that argument, the two best friends found out that they were sharing the same man. And so now they started beefing. Now they started raising their voices. And you got little Tory LANEZ, the culprit, not trying to defuse the situation. He's escalating it because he got short man syndrome. And you got these two tall ladies coming at him. What was you doing with who and when and why? So the whole thing is Kelsey was dealing with Tory before Megan. Megan knew that, and Megan backdoored her best friend and was messing with Tory. These friendships ain't loyal. Let me tell you, ain't nobody's son worth it. So that's how the state kind of phrased their opening. Then they added in the fact that GSR. Now, I talked about how important GSR was in the last video. GSR basically tells us who was in close proximity of the gun when it was fired, whether it was in their hands or if they were around when GSR, because gunshot residue travels. Once it's fired, it can travel. So we found out it was 2 people, because I ain't know Kelsey had GSR. All we knew was that the defense put out that false statement saying that no GSR was found on Tory Lanez, and that was a flat-out lie. So I don't even know why they wasted their time with that weak-ass PR press release, making it seem like gunshot residue was not on his hands when it was going to come out. Like, why even continue with that lie? The state is definitely going to use that against Tory on cross-examination if he testifies, because that is going to cause to question his credibility, period. If they are attacking Megan's credibility, they're going to backdoor and attack his if he testifies. Now, he don't have to testify. That's his constitutional right. He does not have to testify. He don't even have to put on no case. All he has to do is show up and, say, not guilty, and be mute the whole time. But we know that's not the case. He going to get up there because the stakes are high, because he has immigration issues. If he gets convicted of a felony that is a crime of moral turpitude, he's going to get deported, and he can never come back and get that bag from America. So he worried about his bags over here. I would be too. U.S. is one of his biggest markets. So that's what we had heard from the state. And then the defense was like, hold on. So you just going to escape past the fact that we got 2 possible people that could have shot her. We ain't saying it was our client, but we ain't. What we do know was GSR found on someone else. And what the defense did was, that was like, well, there was no DNA. The state did not test the gun for DNA or fingerprints. That is a big fucking no-no. Now, why the hell would the state not? Oh my God, y'all. Like, I'm just having a flashback. Why would the state not test the gun for DNA or fingerprints when the individual they have accused of a crime is saying they did not shoot the gun? You want to stop a defense from having any opportunity to come in and poke holes at your case and raise doubt, because reasonable doubt is the highest burden, y'all. It's high. It's not beyond or 100%, but what a reasonable person believes based off of the evidence testimony that is going to come out during this trial that he's guilty. And the fact that y'all could have put the gun in his hands by doing a simple DNA swab or fingerprints, shame on you. So the defense was like, hold on, because we got something to say. We got something to show. We got something to disprove. And we got something to poke holes in. So that's basically the breakdown for yesterday. Today, they're going to be back, and hopefully they get into testimony. I anticipate that Megan is going to testify today because she's the star witness. She's the victim. She is the meat of the case. And I anticipate that the defense is going to go at her neck, y'all. Her neck. They coming. And literally, sometimes it takes about 4 to 5 hours to get out for one witness, especially depending on how important. Everything is going to be up for grabs. Everything related to the nature of their relationship. I anticipate Kelsey to possibly go on today. This case is literally a one-day trial, and they dragging it, y'all. They dragging it. I've tried cases where I've had 6 witnesses, one being an expert, and did it in one freaking day. They dragging it. It's not, they are dragging it, and we are tired. We are so invested, and they are continuing to drag us through this. So anticipate testimony only today from Megan and possibly Kelsey. I want to say it'll probably be done Thursday, but don't hold me to it because they've been dragging it. They had a whole day of opening statements, and that's still triggering me because it's a waste of time. So, but keep tuning into my YouTube channel as I continue to break down day to day, play to play, or what happened the day before, because they're not live streaming. So we got to get the information from the inside and then bring it to you.